This is Paris House, and you're watching Voice of the Box with Matt Crevin.
Okay, hello and welcome to Voice of the Box. Today I've got Tom, and I gotta make sure I say your last name right. Gotta look at my notes. Kansora.
Correct.
Tom, instead of me explaining about your role here within the game day operations at the 49ers and at Candlestick Park, maybe you could kind of give me a brief overview. I know there's a lot of things because I've got it in writing. No, I know you cover a lot of things here. Maybe you could just briefly step through what you do as part of the game day operations here.
I guess you want the short story.
The short story is fine, and then we'll get into detail on a few pieces of it that I know you specialize in.
Yeah, I take care of a number of systems here at the ballpark: the sound system, the video systems, security cameras, coaches video, coaches communications, coaches video lines, cable TV system. What else? Some of the data networks.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I can't think of, you know.
Can we just focus in on a couple things that I think my viewers might enjoy hearing about? And I know you may not do it this particular season, but in the past you've worked with the coaches' communication systems. In layman's term, I think that means, hey, the booth upstairs to the guys, coaches down the field. But is there more? There's obviously a little bit more to that. How does that work, or what? Maybe you could step me through that.
Okay, well, let's take the 49ers for example. There are 8 coaches up in the booth. We have 10 wireless coaches on the field and 2 wired coaches on the field.
Okay.
And between the press box upstairs and the field, there are wires, kind of like phone lines.
Right.
And different channels that the coaches can talk on: offense, defense, special teams, etc. And the coaches from upstairs can talk to the guys downstairs, and down there they're wireless, and they can roam. Or 10 of the coaches are wireless, and they can roam the whole sidelines, roughly from the 20-yard line to the 20-yard line, and they talk to each other.
It's pretty simple. It's like using a phone. I know there might be some gremlins that might get in there. We'll talk about some of the challenges that you might face a little bit later, but there's also another piece that I understand that you don't do it this year, but you also, again, you've done it in the past, which might be kind of interesting for some football fans to, again, just learn a little more about what's behind the curtain, so to speak, is the helmet communications between quarterback and coach. Would you mind stepping through just, again, brief overview about how that works?
Sure. There's one offensive coach and one defensive coach on each team can call the play in to one offensive player or one defensive player on the field, and that's what the little green dot you see right in the back of their helmet.
Right.
That means that they're a player that's carrying a radio receiver to hear the play. Now they cannot talk back to the coach, so
just listen only, one way.
One way. So Alex can't talk back to the coach and say, "Hey, I don't like the play," or what have you. It's one way only, and it has to be a coach that's on the field. It can't be a coach that's up in the booth. And
by the way, Tom, is this your sound system that's blaring in our ears right now?
It is, and I planned it this way, I guess.
It happens. This microphone's actually not bad, so let's just keep going.
One offensive coach, one defensive coach.
Got it. Now you have been part. You've got a company. Let's promote. Why not? You've got a company that you've been part of that also does some different things here at Candlestick Park, or is that all of encompassing what you guys do?
For my company here, that Kansora Communications does all of the systems I was talking about.
Okay. And
then outside, I take that technological knowledge and give it to other clients too.
Who would be some of you want to, hey, let's promote. Let's, you're on the air, not on the air, but this is going on the website out to one viewer. Anything about you want to talk briefly, if there's maybe a company website we want to just mention, or anything that's interested to learn a little bit more about how to utilize you outside of your football role?
Okay, my company website is Kansora.com, Kansora.com.
Okay.
Pretty simple, and that there's a few pages there that show who me and my staff are, and what we do and who we've worked for and so forth. And
great. How did you get this start? I think, again, 20 years you've been doing this. How did you break into this?
I was very lucky. I mean, that's the bottom line. I was very lucky being at the right place at the right time. Without getting too many details, I knew the right people.
Okay.
At the time, I was going to school at San Francisco State as a broadcast major, and the Giants were still playing here. So this was early 90s. So it was the perfect gig. I went to school during the day and worked the night games here at night.
Was there any, pearls of wisdom or any advice that maybe someone gave to you over the years, maybe as you were breaking in, that, has stuck with you that, hey, I might, this is what if I would impart advice to someone else that's looking to break into this type of a role? Anything that sticks with you that you'd share to students that would help get them into these types of roles?
Internship. Definitely internships here in the Jumbotron, A's, Giants, etc. Staying focused, and if you really want to be in this business, there's some sacrifice involved. I know a lot of good people that have not made in this business because they wanted the big bucks, and you won't get the big bucks here.
Right. But there must be some reason, which is great leading to another question, is what comes you back, what brings you back here every year you're doing this? There might be some charge that you get out of doing it.
It's certainly the monetary value. I can pay my mortgage, and I just enjoy the environment. I enjoy the people. It's entertainment.
Right.
That's my start in high school was doing theater in school, and it's just it's a fun environment with a lot of fun people.
Right. And I can obviously assume some of the biggest challenges are, hey, the systems just don't work. So I won't kind of dig into that too much. Do the coaches know that it's you that's working it? Would they come and hunt you down in the hallways and say, hey, my stuff wasn't working?
Yes.
Kind of a half joke. Would they really? They do know who you are.
They do know who I am. Last year.
Are you faster than Singletary?
No, but you do not want to be in his radar.
Okay.
He's a very nice.
Good note to self. Don't get in Singletary's radar.
Very nice guy. I don't want to knock him, but I did unfortunately get the eyes. I got the eyes last year.
Was there something that just really went that wrong where he would try to seek you out?
Yeah, he came and seeked me out and just gave me that look. It's like, oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tom Kansora, the man who's really controlling just about everything at this stadium that has to do with audio. Is that fair? Is that a fair assessment?
Sure. I'll buy that one.
I appreciate it. Let's do a special thanks to Jerome doing my camera work again today. Handiwork. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching Voice of the Box. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.